What's happening, Fresh Bake? We've got some more news for you. Right off the bat, there's a rumor going around from WDW News Today that is suggesting that a Tron attraction is on its way not only just to Florida, Walt Disney World in Florida, but also to Disneyland here in California. This is per WDW News Today, which has a decent track record of providing reasonably sound or founded rumors, not just wild speculation. So I'm pretty encouraged by this news. And as I hinted before, at first the plan was just to bring it to Disney World because they've got more space than we do here, obviously. But now we're hearing that it is in fact, well, not in fact, it's possibly coming to Disneyland. Some of that might have to do with the other rumor that's happening around Tron, and that is that they are resuscitating the plans for a Tron Legacy sequel. I guess, yeah, a sequel to Tron Legacy is back in production. At least it's being talked about. Joseph Kosinski recently stated in an interview, I guess, he gave away some plot points or some plot details that basically the villains or whatever, the people who live inside the Tron universe are going to come out, much like into our world, much like Korra did at the end of Tron Legacy. So they're working on that, and I would imagine that the film's production schedule is in alignment with a possible completion date for the attraction for at least in Walt Disney World, because I don't think they can build a Tron attraction at Disneyland in 4 years. I don't think they can. Now, getting back to the attraction, the talk is for them to build it on the current site of the Tomorrowland Speedway, basically the Autopia of Walt Disney World, which most people would say, go ahead. I think at least that's been my feeling. Most people have, that's what I'm hearing anyway. That's the feeling I get from those who go to Walt Disney World. Laramie, I don't think is much of a fan. He rode it one time and had more fun than he said he thought he would. But he hasn't been back since, at least not in video. Meanwhile, the plan is for the Innoventions site for Disneyland, which I kind of I'm skeptical of that because I don't think that's big enough. I don't think that's a big enough piece of land to put what looks to be an enormous structure. If my eyes are telling me the truth from what I've seen from the Shanghai Disneyland photos of the Tron Light Cycle ride, I think it's big. But in that article, they said that the idea would to build some of it over the outdoor portions over the skyline of Tomorrowland, and that I think would be amazing. That's the Tomorrowland that we've all we want to see stuff flying around, right? That's space. That's the future. We want to see something happening above us. Like that. I think that would really be an epic change. That's the Tomorrowland of the future. That's the Tomorrowland that we're all hoping to get is kinetic movement all around, because that's what you used to get with the People Mover and with the monorail and then the Astro Orbiter, all kind of, things just happening all over the place. That would be pretty cool. And by the way, it should be noted that this rumor does dovetail nicely with the previous rumor that we talked about from Mice Chat. Mice Chat was saying that Disneyland isn't even going to touch Tomorrowland for a while. We're not even talking like after Star Wars Land is finished in 2019, but then a few more years after that even, because they're going to start working on Fantasyland first, then Tomorrowland. Back then I said, well, maybe because they don't have any good ideas. And that's still possible, but maybe the idea was to build the Tron Light Cycle attraction, but they want to time it so that it everything comes together between Walt Disney World and the film, which I don't know. I don't know if I want to. now that I mentioned it, is Tron 3 the kind of movie that can anchor an attraction at a park? I don't know. That's a good question. And then finally, as these rumors go, if the Tron Light Cycle attraction at Disneyland and Tomorrowland doesn't happen, there is a rumored plan B where they will take that same attraction and put it over in the, as yet nobody's confessing to at Disneyland, Marvel Land that they're building over in DCA. You just skin it to Marvel instead of Tron, but you build the same attraction. And I guess they have room for that over there without any difficulty. Although that doesn't seem as sexy to me for some reason as a Tron Light Cycle attraction does. I think I would prefer it to be Tron in Disneyland. Well, you know what? Just give me something. I just need some good news for Tomorrowland. Disney, can you do that? Can you at least just tease us something that's good news for Tomorrowland? That's all, just give me hope. I just need some hope. That's what tomorrow's all about. Disney, tomorrow's all about hope. The future's all about hope. Can you give me some of that, please? Can you give me something? All right. Okay, so next item. Last week we tested out the Toy Story Fastpass for Midway Mania. It was really good Fastpass. As far as Fastpasses go, it puts you right near the front of the line. Thumbs up on that. I enjoyed that. The wait was only an hour, I think, between when we got it and when we could ride, which is great. The line was up to about 70 minutes standby, which is about right. Normally it's like 45, 50, maybe an hour. Now it's another 15, 20 minutes added onto that for the Fastpass inclusion. But paper Fastpasses only. No Max Pass, no digital Fastpasses yet. Because as of, we're hearing beginning the 24th, later this month, they're going to start testing Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi hotspots at Disneyland. Obviously in preparation for Max Pass. As a matter of fact, I think you can even see the network on your phone now, on your mobile device now. You just can't connect to it. And then you'll have to connect to it and, submit to their terms and conditions, that kind of thing. So, I mean, it's happening. It's on the way. I don't know how far away Max Pass is yet. They still haven't said, but this is the first step towards that, I think. Moving right along, this is some fun news that I want to talk about. Some of you probably already heard this because it made a pretty big splash in the news because it's the frickin' Rock, and whenever the Rock speaks, people listen, right? Because you gotta smell what he's cooking or something like that. I always call him the Rock, by the way. I still do. He's the Rock to me. Dwayne Johnson. It sounds like we have another film, a Disney film coming based on an attraction at Disneyland. That is the Jungle Cruise. The Rock is on board. Dwayne Johnson is on board for the Jungle Cruise. They've got a script, and it sounds like filming is going to begin next spring, which is, it sounds like this is all a go. This is pretty good news as far as I'm concerned, because I don't think you can cast a better person to play a wisecracking jungle skipper than The Rock. I mean, honestly, I don't see it any better than this guy because he is a smart ass. He's got a lot of one-liners that he can zing at you. And he's an adventurer. He's just coming off Jumanji. He did another jungle movie. What was that one with the Journey to the Center of the Earth or whatever? So, this is his wheelhouse, man. Hopefully this movie is a success. I feel like it's a can't miss in my opinion, but hopefully it does wind up that way because there was talk about a new Haunted Mansion movie that died. Guillermo del Toro was supposed to make something. I don't know what's happening there. And then we were supposed to get, I guess we got a Tomorrowland movie. Does that count? Does Tomorrowland count as a movie based on an attraction at Disneyland? Because it doesn't, it was based more on Small World than Space Mountain or anything that we saw in Tomorrowland. Honestly, I got more out of the Small World in terms of a Disney vibe than I did for anything that happened in the Tomorrowland. Anyway, but I guess, and there was talk of a Matterhorn movie. That kind of died, so I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, hopefully, I want to see all of our attractions on the big screen eventually. I really enjoy the idea of doing this. As a matter of fact, I feel like that's the way it should be. I feel like the movie should be based on attractions at Disneyland and not attractions based on movies that Disney has made. Obviously, that's not ever going to happen because I'm not in charge and I'm the only one who apparently feels that way. But just think about it. The best attractions at Disneyland weren't based on movies, and the biggest blockbuster series that they've ever produced is based on an attraction at Disneyland. And finally, the Disney Infinity servers were shut down last month. I didn't know either. I mean, did anybody even notice that they shut down the Disney Infinity servers? I don't understand. Let's just talk about that for just a second. I don't understand how this game didn't succeed. I mean, it's the same model as Skylanders, and they're still making Skylanders games. They're already making cartoons for Skylanders. They've had like 5 iterations, and the kids just gobble these things up. But Disney couldn't make Infinity work. I don't understand. Maybe it's because they're collecting. That's a new thing. The Skylanders are new characters, new collectibles that, didn't exist before, whereas the collectibles for the Infinity were, characters and stuff that we'd already seen. So I don't know, but it's a bummer. Maybe Disney should just get out of the video game business altogether. I mean, maybe Star Wars can still go. Battlefront, they're making another Battlefront, I heard, so at least they're still trying there. But really, there's not a lot to speak of when it comes to video games for Disney. They just haven't figured it out. Yeah, so anyway, that's the news this week, Fresh Baked. I want to hear from you, though. I want to know if you are up for a Tron Light Cycle ride at Disneyland in Tomorrowland at the Innovation site, or would you prefer a Marvel coaster or a Marvel version of this? Are you up for a Jungle Cruise movie starring The Rock? And don't even ask that because I know you are, because The Rock is awesome and everybody loves him. And what other attractions do you want to see as a Disney movie? Do you want to see the Matterhorn movie? Or do you want to see the Tiki Room movie? Or do you want to see what about a Tarzan's Treehouse movie? That'd be cool. I want to see a movie based on Tarzan's Treehouse. What about an indie sequel based on the Temple of Forbidden Eye? Boom. Done. Yeah, so let us know in the comments below, and then until next time, guys, we'll see you around. Bye, guys. Fresh Baked. I love you.